Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here again with another interesting video, which is how to find an apartment in Germany. But before that, let me just introduce myself for those of you who are new here. I'm Dr. Aditi Banerjee. I have completed my master's here in Germany, and currently I'm working as a healthcare professional in a medical hospital in Germany, while also preparing for my C1 medicine, which is mandatory to receive my medical license in Germany. But this video is not only for doctors, it's for everyone who is looking to move into a new apartment. Either like you are new in Germany and you're looking for an apartment from your home country, or you are already in Germany and planning to make a shift. Whatever it is, you might be aware that it is really difficult to find an appropriate apartment quickly in Germany. For context, 3 months back, I started with a new job, and right after that, we decided to move into a new apartment. And as I said, within 2 weeks of our apartment search, we found an appropriate apartment and we moved in as well. So I'm going to share those tips and tricks in this video, and in the end I'm going to also share some fun clips from our little housewarming party that we had with our friends recently. So without wasting our time, let's get into the video. So now let's get into the actual process of how to approach when you are planning to look for a new apartment. First things that are really important to keep in mind is that in bigger cities, apartment hunting can be really competitive, such as the cities like Berlin, Hamburg, Stuttgart, Munich. It can be really competitive. Sometimes almost 20-30 people show up for a single apartment viewing. And yeah, so you need to make sure that you are standing out for the landlord and you have all the documents and everything in hand so that you can sign your contract as soon as possible. So let's start from where to look for an apartment in Germany. First thing are online portals. We use the app called ImmoScout24. Definitely this is not a sponsored video. I'm just sharing my personal experience, what worked for us. So you can look for the appropriate apartment according to your preferred area, how big should be your apartment, for how many number of people. You can select accordingly. You can also purchase a subscription for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year according to your needs. And yeah, if you're looking for a shared apartment or a one Zimmer apartment, WG Gesucht is also amazing. You can start there as well. A lot of students actually start from WG Gesucht, and when you're almost done with your masters or you have settled well in Germany, then they use apps like ImmoScout. Yeah, you can also use apps like eBay, but please be careful to look out for scams, and also you should authenticate the credibility of the person who is listing the apartment. So second thing would be Facebook and WhatsApp groups. You should, as a student, join WhatsApp and Facebook group related to your country of origin, your city. For example, if you're coming from Bangladesh, you should be joining the Bangladeshi students in Germany or Stuttgart or Berlin. Same goes for Indian students. Yeah, and a lot of people post there as well their offers, so you can find that as well. The third point, which I also recently figured out after joining hospital, is that a lot of people also use the company notice board, for example the hospital notice board or the company notice board, to post their offers and listings. You can also find for the offers there as well for apartment, which are usually not posted online. But if you are a student, you should definitely first contact your university regarding hostels and what offers do they have. Important thing is to keep in mind that, for example, if you were not able to find an apartment for the first time when you are coming to Germany, don't panic. It is very normal not to find your apartment within the first 1 month or 2 months after moving to Germany. You can use hostels, Airbnbs for your short stays, or also live with a friend. That a lot of people do. They come and live with a friend and register themselves with a care of letter, and then start looking for the apartment after they are here physically in Germany. So these are some of the ways on how to approach it. Assume that you already found a preferred apartment, and how do you approach the landlord? A very common mistake that a lot of people makes is that they start by asking questions right away. When can I move in? Do you have this facility? What is the rent? Is it cold rent, warm rent, things like that. But what is most important is that you need to provide information about yourself to the landlord. For example, start by introducing yourself, your name, your age, and are you a student? Are you working full time? A common introduction about yourself. And also you need to mention few important details, such as do you have pets, do you smoke, how many people are planning to move into the apartment, and things like that. You can use the template that I posted here as a rough idea to get started. But what is also important is that when you are looking for a shared apartment space, you also need to make sure that you mention that are you friendly, do you like to have friends over, or you are more of an introvert and you like to your own personal space. These are some information which are also important for the people that are already living there, so that is also important. Secondly, what is important is that you need to make sure that every email that you send is a bit personalized, not a generic email that you're sharing to everyone. For example, if offer or an ad says that they want to use your garage space for renting, you can mention that yes, at the moment I don't have a car and I'm okay with the fact that my garage space will be offered for renting, but when I have a car I'll let you know and I would like to have it back for me, things like that. So this is something which you can use to get an idea about how to make the email personalized and stand out from all the other people that are also applying for the same apartment. Now let's talk about what documents you would need. If you are a student coming for the first time in Germany, you will need your immatriculation certificate, your bank statements, your block accounts to prove your financial stability. But if you have lived in Germany for more than 1 year, you would also need a document called a Schufa score, which is basically your credit report stating that you don't have any debt on you, and you can apply for it online. It comes directly to your email and it costs around 30 euros per person. But this is an important document that every landlord will definitely ask for it. As proof of income, you can also send your work contract, your pay slips for the last 3 months if you have, to show that you are financially stable enough to pay the rent on time. Third, for everyone would be the common stuffs, which are the passports, residence permit, as standard ID checks. Recently, I also figured out that a lot of people also are asking for a letter from your previous landlord, basically more of a recommendation letter that we used normally for our jobs and study purposes, something like that from our old landlord that states that how were I as a tenant and do I have any kind of rent debt on me or something like that. So these are usually the documents that you would need to look for an apartment. But the most important thing is to make sure that you are applying for the obviously same like jobs as well. You need to make sure that you're approaching the landlord as soon as the listings are there. So apartment hunting in Germany can be really stressful, but if you know where to start and what documents you would need, then this is definitely manageable. And now I'm going to share some fun clips from our recent housewarming party that we had with our friends recently. It was a really good time and a good way of celebrating settling down in a new home.
Danke, danke. Bitte, bitte.